Bible space-time.
What are the differences and similarities between the dream and the vision in the Bible?
Vision is a space-time specific dream that involves mental and also physical participation, which might include time travels and teleportations. Dream uses only mental participation for non-space-time specific vision. The events, in both vision and dream, start on the current time of the person who is receiving the dream or vision.
What are the examples of dreams?
The 3 days in the dream about the chief cupbearer, in the story of Joseph, started from the morning of the day the dream was given. The 7 years also started from the year the dream was given. The prophecies shown in the dream of King Nebuchadnezzar started from the time of Babylon.
What could be an example of time travel or teleportation?
The vision of Daniel chapter 8 could be a good example.
And I saw in a vision. And it came to pass, when I saw, that I was at Shushan in the palace, which is in the province of Elam. And I saw in a vision, and I was by the river of Eli. Daniel 8:2.
Interestingly, most of the Bible translations translated this verse as if Daniel was at Shushan and by the river of Eli, simultaneously in the vision, but the place where Daniel saw the vision was by the Eli River, which was located outside of Shushan. And Daniel said, I saw in a vision 2 times, one for Shushan and one for Eli, confirming that he was at both places in the vision, so the place where he started to receive the vision should not one of these places, and it must be at home in Babylon, where he also received the previous vision of Daniel chapter 7.
The Bible said that the actual place where he saw the vision was at the bank of Eli, not inside of Shushan. Why did he have to go to Shushan first and go to the river of Eli in the same vision?
If Daniel was in a vision like a dream, then it is clearly nonsense to stop by Shushan first and go to the bank of Eli. But if we read the Bible verse carefully, we could see what Daniel is trying to describe. He is telling us that he was actually teleported to the time and the space of Shushan of Medo-Persian Empire, and in Shushan he saw the vision, and in the vision, he was at the bank of Eli River.
Why does he have to be teleported to different time?
It is the rule of the Bible that vision always starts from the current time and space where the person who is receiving the vision physically is, and this vision is about the events that will happen in the Medo-Persian Empire, which is still in the future for Daniel.
Is teleportation includes actual physical transportation?
Yes. In Acts chapter 8 verse 38 to 40, we could find a story of Philip who experienced a physical teleportation.
When they came up out of the water, the Spirit of the Lord suddenly took Philip away, and the eunuch did not see him again, but went on his way rejoicing. Philip, however, appeared at Azotus and traveled about, preaching the gospel in all the towns until he reached Caesarea. Acts 8:39 to 40.
Was Daniel physically teleported from his home to Shushan, or he was in a duplicated copy of his body in Shushan?
Most likely, if Shushan was at the same time zone with Daniel's current time, then his body could be just teleported or sent to that place. Just like Philip, if Shushan was in a time of future, then his original body could still be left in his home.
If Shushan was in a future, then Daniel was not in a body when he was at Shushan?
Either in vision or out of vision, he was always in his body. In Daniel chapter 8 verse 15 to 17 it is said,
And it came to pass, when I, even I Daniel, had seen the vision, and sought for the meaning, then, behold, there stood before me as the appearance of a man. And I heard a man's voice between the banks of Eli, which called and said, Gabriel, make this man to understand the vision. So he came near where I stood, and when he came, I was afraid, and fell upon my face, but he said unto me, Understand, O Son of Man, for at the time of the end shall be the vision.
In this vision, Daniel was actually standing while he was receiving the vision, so Daniel should be in a body at Shushan also. So, Daniel was teleported to Shushan so that he could be in the current time of Shushan, and he went into the vision concerning the events that will happen from that time.
Can you apply this to the vision written in Daniel chapter 10?
Yes. The time of the vision of chapter 10 starts from the time of Persia, and Daniel was living at that time also, therefore Daniel didn't need to be teleported to that time. In this vision, Daniel went into the vision while he was with some other people, and he said, "Therefore I was left alone, and saw this great vision, and there remained no strength in me, for my comeliness was turned in me into corruption, and I retain no strength, neither is there breath left in me." Daniel chapter 10 verse 8 and 17. When he was in vision, he was still in his body, but he was not breathing, did not have any strength, and looked deadly pale. Simply his body was like a dead person. His body was inactive.
Thank you for watching Bible Space Time.